Hello everybody, hope you're having another blessed day. In today's video, we're back on Dome Book for yet again another one of our deck profile giveaway. Okay, now Mild Sauce, this is your second deck profile coming out right here. What you have in store for you right now is what I think is a pretty decent way of playing Dark Magician Girl. However, I will say I wasn't the biggest fan of this deck when testing it out since, it's not a lot it can do, okay? It's not like a cold crazy combo based deck. It's not what Dark Magician does. It likes to play more of a control aspect, which is what we try to play with this deck. Now you can already see this deck is kind of centered around trying to get a Dragoon, okay? However, is a kind of a decent combo. Comparing with, what is it at? A Bear Magician Girl combined with a Soul Servant, it's pretty good, okay? Basically, the whole combo is, you want to get to either like a Magician Souls or at least two of your Dark Magician Girls or whatever out there, so you can get into Predator Plant, into Dragoon. However, it usually has you somehow take out a Dark Magician, go to the graveyard, usually in this combo. And since you'll be sending a Dark Magician with the effect of Predator Plant with the Fusion, you leave you with two cards in the graveyard. So once you do send Magical Servant, you are able to use this effect to basically get you two draws, which is very, very good, okay? So you only need to get your Goon, you get two draws. This helps you can check a hand trap like Imperm or Ash. Kind of pretty good, okay? So, for this deck profile, we have free Ash, free Bear Magician Girl, which is one for really good normal summons, helps us get Dark Magician Girl from our deck to our hand, which then helps us get to the graveyard, makes Solo Servant even more alive. Then we have Magician's Rod. There's a lag going on here. So we got Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod basically helps us get into like a Solo Servant, Horror, Magical, Dark Magical Circle. Playing free Nibiru because we do need hand traps in this deck, because without hand traps, we're getting clapped. This is a pretty good one. I was playing Draw down here beforehand, and I think some other random stuff. But you need some more stop now cards, okay? Because once you start playing against any combos, just having the one Ash or one Imperm on the draw is not going to do it for you. Anything that can blow them out. It's fine playing like Dark Road no more. Mainly because, you're not going to go for an OTK on your turn. You're mainly just trying to set up Dragoon, pop the cards, and just sit on that. Okay. Then I'm playing two Apprentices. Again, this is a really good extender. Just discard a card, get it out. So long as you have a normal summon with it, you're live for the Predator Plant. Two Dark Magician Girls. I know it's a Dark Magician Girl deck, but you don't really want to draw this card. And doesn't really have the chance to get special summon out by the effects of like Eternal Soul and whatever, and like Magician's Navigation. You don't want to draw it, but it is good to have it in your deck. Two Magician Souls. This is one you can definitely play at free because this is helps you draw, helps you get an extender on the board with any normal summon. It's pretty good. I'm just playing that too because I don't want to draw two of them, I guess. Free Dark Magician because it is basically the go-to card of the deck still, even though it is Dark Magician Girl. And because you will be sending this card by Predator Plant to Red Eyes Fusion, you'll be sending it with Magician's Navigation, so summon it with Eternal Souls, using the effect of Dark Magician Circle. Eye of Demise, you name it. This card's kind of centered around it, okay? So playing free just so, it's always going to be in the deck, because you do have it quite a bit. The one Red Eyes Black Dragon for the Red Eyes Fusion. Free Dark Magical Circle to help kind of get through the deck a little bit. Free Dark World No More, as we said, to kind of stop those combo boards, and so you can kind of pop all the monsters without any worries with Dragoon. Free Pot of Prosperity. This is a card I actually think about cutting from this deck profile. Mainly because it does not work really well with Soul Servant. However, I say it works really good at helping into those one card combos. So if you don't have Soul Servant and you have Prosperity, good chance it's going to draw you into a Princess Illusion Magician from Magician Souls to go over one of your normal summons. And that's going to kind of guarantee the Dragoons. That's pretty good. Free Soul Servant, which either or it'll play Prosperity or the Soul Servant. Wherever you draw, you use an effect to draw or gets Excavate. Two Eye to Mice, which doesn't really usually come up. I was trying to play mainly this like the free fusions in deck. So playing the one Red Eyes Fusion and two Eye to Mice, which makes Dark Magician live. Again, this is a card I would probably actually cut. Now I've been playing through the deck a little bit. I probably should just put in like the Super Polys in the side instead. So those can technically be live with the Predator Plant. And Super Poly, I think it's always a better card. This just happens if you have Eye to Mice with a Magician's Navigation. I wish you kind of go actually into a Red Eyes Dragoon. It does require you to have this a Dark Magician, which makes Itemize a valid use for it. So it's kind of that, which is kind of cool. Dark Magical Attack. You can search it. Why not? Red Ice Fusion, the Freedom, Perm, Eternal Souls, which again, it's just in there because it does protect your Dark Magician if you do get it out. Helps you spell something from your hand or graveyard. You can add the Dark Magic attack, pick a card. And Magician's Navigation, playing 2 of those, also helps you get the multiple cards onto the board. Right? Now on the side deck, free draw, because that has to do with the format we're going with. The Prankatops, because you don't summon a lot anyway, so this probably always be live compared to our opponents. Free Twin Twisters, those back row decks. The 2 Super Polys, I was playing this at free, but I wanted to make more room in my deck. So honestly, this could go to free if you wanted to. Very good since you all playing mainly like a dark based deck with the Apprentice, the Souls, Dark Magician, Dragoon stuff. It does make kind of like the dark fusions like the Predaplan, Draco's, what that thing is, and Starving Venom. Makes those live, so there is something you can do with that. And also, Dark Magician has a pretty good, like you can do a Dark Magician, a Dragon, a Warrior, say from Dark Magician Girl. You know, they're also pretty good targets of Dark Magician against this Edo kind of really good decks. We have the Harvey's Spell Duster because back row. Any spell because again back row. Imperial Order because once we do get out our Dragoon, we probably don't really need the spells anymore because we kind of have a board established, but opponents could really use like Dark Ruler more to kind of wreck us. Then Red Rebuke for traps. Then for extra deck, the 2 Dragoons. Usually only need 1, but just in case, we'll pay in a 2. 1 Amulet Dragon. 1 Dark Cavalry and grow the Dragon Knight. Just make it live if we had Dark Magician and grow instead of Dark Magician. The Dark Paladin for Itamias, good against Dragon decks. Mud Dragon of the Swamp, it's just a live target we can use with Super Poly. You get the Predaplant, Fusion Dark Monster, why not? The 2 dogs, we get the Storm Venom. Then you have this Dark Magician Girl, or Dark Magician or Girl with a Spellcaster. Still can kind of be a Super Poly target, but this is one you'll probably use with Itamias. Then I'm playing the 2 Predaplant. You know, technically, I play 2 because technically I can use this with Super Poly. If the first, like, I used the first one with Red Ice Fusion for sure. That gets negated. I somehow survive. Get a second one. If I side in Super Poly, I can use Super Poly then. You know, and make one of our Dark Magician base cards. Then I'm playing generic level 7 XYZ for Dark Magician, the High Magician, the Loser Magician, and the Big Eye. So yeah, there is a fortified card main deck with our extra deck inside. Now, enough of the video. Let's get into some replay. So with that, that's going to do it for the Dark Magician Girl deck profile. Of course, you know, you can make your own changes, how your preference. This is what I figured to get enough. But worked, you know, okay. So, you know, it wasn't going to beat a lot of the meta decks, but it was able to beat Tri Brigade because, you know, they didn't open up the best hand traps against us. Technically, they could have used their DD Crow to hit also Servant, which would, I think, made that not live. But they decided not to do that, which meant we had the Ash Blossom. Right? But yeah, that's going to do for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That helps you support me and helps me make more videos for you to enjoy. Now, since it is the end of the video, you know what it's time for me to say. I hope the rest of the week is blessed, and I hope to see you again in the next video. With that in mind, I'm out.